Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending. My name is Ragad Al-Afif. I am a product manager here at Juleb Company, focusing on the distribution side of the pharma industry. And today we will be talking about how to leverage or how we are leveraging machine learning for staying compliant with GS1 standards, Tatmeen in the UAE with our solution Juleb Connect. Now, today's agenda, we will be talking about, first of all, an introduction of Juleb, who we are, and then some background of how we've been covering the drug track and trace, DTTS, compliance here in Saudi Arabia and other implementations. And then we will see Tatmeen compliance and common issues with the drug track and trace compliance in general that we've seen from the ground, and then and how we cover them here at Juleb, actually. And then we'll do a live demo of our solution and how we tackle all those requirements to be compliant with Tatmeen, Rust, and other drug track and trace solutions. For everyone attending, if you don't mind sharing your name, what is it that you're currently interested in from this webinar? So this will give us a great overview of our attendees, and we can start. There will be a Q&A section at the end, of course, where we can answer more of your questions after the live demo and all the presentation. Okay, so about Juleb, we are a specialized company in providing and developing integrated cloud systems to serve the healthcare industry in general. So we provide other modules or all the modules required in ERP. So purchasing, forecasting, which is the planning and replenishment module, inventory management, HR, and sales, business intelligence, of course, point of sale, and so on. We've been here in Saudi Arabia for a couple of years now. We are running with a list of customers we can take a look at in a bit. Juleb offers a suite of solutions or a suite of modules, including Juleb ERP, which is the full ERP and all of its integrations. There's Juleb RX, which caters to the connecting between a pharmacy and a clinic, so that any prescription from a clinic goes directly to your pharmacy. The doctor can see stock available in each branch and so on. Juleb APIs for any company that requires integration with our system, for more add-ons and independent use of modules instead of using the whole ERP. And we have our topic for today, or main focus for today, our Juleb Connect aggregation solution, which is a mobile app that we will see in live demo today. Juleb Connect focuses or provides flexible and fast aggregation for packages for the drug track and trace with serialization. Another overview. So you see here how we in Juleb connect between different entities in the healthcare sector. So connecting the patient and the doctor and the pharmacy with point of sale and the distributors by managing their warehouse operations through multiple modules, making sure that we are providing a seamless experience and a very easy to use interface despite the complexities of this industry. So you have prescriptions, you have insurance, you have all the VAT or taxes requirements, and then any integrations with other common ERPs, and of course staying compliant with GS1 standards for serialization. For anyone interested or for any further questions regarding our other modules, you can directly contact our sales team or book a demo through the website. A list of some of our customers. We have over 200 users or companies with different branches in Saudi Arabia. Some of our cases are mentioned here. Nahas pharmacy chain, they have over 70 branch running on Juleb system completely with point of sale and ERP. iBrand is one of the pharmacies that have been able to expand from 14 to 50 branches effortlessly through the year. GMS, we will go into more details into, which is a 7-branch distribution warehouse that have avoided violations to 0% less after to 0% actually violation risk after using Juleb Connect for staying compliant for drug track and trace. Addoa is also second biggest pharmacy chain in Saudi, where they've been managing their warehouse compliance using Juleb Connect. This is an interesting case where using the prescription or Juleb RX allows this pharmacy, Fakhr al-Dawa, to increase revenue 100% by 100% rate. Okay. So starting or going into our topic for today, Juleb Connect for drug track and trace compliance, and specifically for Tatmeen here. Juleb Connect is, as you can see, is a mobile app. It's a very flexible, innovative app that helps you stay compliant by the ability to view, to edit, aggregate packages, so cases and pallets on the spot, and also be able to print them wirelessly to the printer without needing any expensive equipment. So it's on the mobile phone. You can unlimit it to all the users or provide it to all the users without limit in the warehouse. So they're able to view, they can send to Tatmeen, they can view the response of Tatmeen and edit the packages directly on their phone. It allows you to eliminate penalty risk, of course, with compliance, and a couple of automations to help you stay compliant. Allows or provides or helps you actually skip hours of manual shipment revision, which is something we will see in a bit, by providing or by integrating with other ERP systems, so that whatever shipment is expected to be received or to be shipped out from your warehouse or from your branch is actually the correct amount and the correct batches that have been expected from your ERP or by the sales and purchase users. Also speed up operations because of the intelligence scanning using the machine learning chip in these devices. One of the success stories, as mentioned earlier, is that Dawa. They've had zero compliance visibility earlier of using Juleb. The poor reporting of drug track and trace and the huge amount of actually data being sent here and there was not giving them the enough visibility they need. And using Juleb and the reporting module here, that helped a lot and resulted in full visibility in their transactions. There were a couple of manuals or a lot of manual procedures happening with their old system, which have been automated with a much faster and flexible management of shipments, which is what we will see in a demo in a bit. There was also a lot of operational delay due to system limitations. So the drug track and trace introduces a lot of challenges that are quite visible to people on the field and would require many customizations usually on the systems. So not having those special requirements would make the system so limited. But this have been resolved by using the system because of integrity with other systems and also a lot of automations in the reporting, which we will also see in a bit. GMS is another story. There was a lack of internal, external visibility there, which was resolved by introducing dashboards. No need of switching between systems as we have our integrations with other ERP. So whatever they do on the system is already synced to their other system and vice versa. And of course, since we keep all the regulations update on our system, there's reduced worry about the new updates upcoming on with every regulation. Now, what does Tatmeen entail here? So Tatmeen, first of all, of course, will tell you to aggregate packages. So you have the product, we have the bundle, which is optional actually in Tatmeen. So you don't need to do the bundle, but you need to do the product and then aggregate them. You need to have serials on the product and aggregate those serials in cases, and then cases into pallets and have them packed correctly on Tatmeen's server. Also, then after receiving, when you receive new stock or ship it to customers or return from customers as a pharmacy, when you return to vendors and when you do internal transfers between different branches, and also destruction of stock, all of that has to be reported correctly on Tatmeen. So from our experience handling drug track and trace with RSD system now for a couple of years, with all these branches and all these users, what are the challenges that we see introduced by the drug track and trace compliance through Rust system on Saudi or through Tatmeen now in the UAE? Now, number one, you have the matching the physical serial with the files. As you receive any file from a vendor, the vendor is required to share with you the actual shipment information. So they're required to ship the quantity, ship the serials and batches with their serials through Tatmeen for you to receive it. But when you receive it for actually physically in the warehouse, if you take a sample from the physical shipment that you have, it could be the same batch, but it might not be the same serial that's sent by the vendor. So this is one of the issues that could happen through the drug track and trace operations. Next, of course, you also have to match the expected quantity in inbound and outbound shipments. So, for example, you are dispatching or you are shipping a certain amount. Let's say you're shipping 10 items or 100 items, and the serials scanned are less than 100. You need to review each serial and make sure that you do not have duplicates that could result in, let's say, 99 serials being reported to Tatmeen, but then 100 is extracted from your inventory. So that's another one of the challenges that cause a lot of headache during with revision of shipments. Of course, you want to maintain visibility. So all of these notifications and all of these serials being sent every day and every week and every month to Tatmeen, you want to be able to review them, have the reports to see and show which ones have been successful and which ones require a follow-up on them. Also, the ability to trace back and see historical records. So let's say you have shipped something a few months back and you want to review them even a few years back, and you want to review the traceability of each serial. That's also a new or another challenge different from any other traceability on regular ERP systems and regular inventory management. And of course, you want to optimize your business. You don't want to focus mainly on drug track and trace and be distracted from the main operations, which is doing your sales and receiving new stock into the location. These are a couple of screenshots from our solution. We might get back to see these after doing the demo to cover or to go into more details about specific features. So first, the mobility on the warehouse. This is a screen from the mobile app, which allows you to see the delivery. You see the expected items to go out in this delivery. You have ordered quantity, let's say 79, and then you have the scanned quantity here will match the serials and the quantity expected to go out in this delivery. So in case there's a difference in serials count from the expected count, you will have an alert showing you if you're compliant or not compliant. And then, of course, the pallet management, all the pallet information. We'll see it in a bit. So our solution comes into, actually, the drug track and trace solution focuses on two screens. One is this mobile app, Juleb Connect, which is used by majority of users in the warehouse, where they're able to aggregate, view, and send to Tatmeen their notifications directly. The other screen is our reporting module. The reporting is mainly used by the management side, where they're able to see all the deliveries, all the inbound shipments, outbound shipments, any destruction of stock, and see the actual status of it on Tatmeen. Did it pass successfully, or is there any error or issue showing up there? You can filter, you can extract reports and files, and all you need out of the data that you have prepared, or that has been prepared by the users. So now it's time for the live demo. I'll be switching screens to my phone, and we'll see all that process, all these processes happening on the mobile app. Okay, so this is our app, Juleb Connect. Once you click on the menu, you'll be able to see all the transactions that you want to do on the warehouse. So starting with so first of all, the menu will show you all the modules based on the modules you are subscribed to. So if you are using the inventory, you'll see the inventory transactions here. There is the B2B sales and collection of payments on the first part of the menu. We'll not go into this. If you're interested, you can check or contact one of our sales team to get more details on the sales and payment collection module. And then there's the HR as well. Okay. So for drug track and trace, we have these transactions, which is any outbound shipments like deliveries to customers and internal transfers to other branches. And then you have customer returns, receiving from vendor for inbound shipments, of course, returning to vendor. And then you have the scraps, which allows you to destroy any damaged, expired, or recalled serial numbers. Now, when you first start receiving, or you want to receive from a vendor, they do a shipping process through Tatmeen to your GLN, to your location. And we actually grab that data and download it directly on the system, so that all you need to do is go to packages and start to scan these pallets that you have received or that the vendor sent for you to view the content of them. So for example, a vendor sent me this specific pallet, and I'm gonna click on search by scanning, and I'm gonna scan the pallet sticker that I have, which will open more details, will show me more details on this pallet content. So for example, I have this pallet here. If I check it out, it will show me that this pallet's SSCC is the number shown in here. I think it's not showing. So it will show me the pallet SSCC, and then what is the product that this pallet contains, how many number of cases does it have, and all the serials inside it. So let's just open this palette. Yeah. Okay. Let me actually aggregate a new palette so that we can see the results of the searching here. So for example, before I aggregate a palette, I need to have a case with me. So I can start by generating a new case and clicking on plus, and this will generate a case for me. And then it will generate an SSCC code for the case number that I need. Okay, can everyone see my screen? I think it's clear from my side. Okay, so we were saying we were going or starting with a demoing the aggregation part, and when you receive from a vendor, how you can view the content of the package that you have received. So for example, I have this pallet here, and if I click on it, if I scan actually the sticker on the pallet, I can view which data is sent to me based on the shipping information on Tatmeen's service. So if I click on edit, I can view this pallet, which will show me the SSCC, the content of inside this specific pallet I selected. So we see here the name, which is our SSCC. The content, it will show me the product, and then how many cases, which is the quantity that I have, 231 cases with 4,620 different serial number. So it will show me here the batch number, expiry date, and production date as prepared or as received for this batch number. This pallet contains a single batch, so I can see one batch number showing up here. I can view the breakdown of the cases inside this batch or this pallet. So these are all the cases with their SSCC numbers shown on the screen. And then each one contains 20 different serial numbers. But I can also click on and view the exact content inside this case. Now, for quality assurance here, one of the first challenges we mentioned earlier is when the vendor will send you the batch, but with a different serial number. It's not the same. So you can open up one of the cases to do a random checkup and see if this case content is exactly the same ones sent to Tatmeen. So for example, here, I'm going to open one of the cases and grab a random serial. You can open a, actually, let me open a case that I actually have a serial from in here. So go back one step. And so, for example, I have this case in here. Let me open it. All right. So I have this case number or this case, for example, and I want to double check if the physical quantity that's physically in front of me. I have a box here, and I want to look up the serials in front of in this case. So what I can do is look up one of the random or one of the items that I have. So this is one of the boxes, and I'll check if this serial number is contained or not. Let me see if this one is actually there. Okay, let's test it out. So when you look it up, you can see, okay, this serial number that you have, is it inside this case or not? If it's not there, you will know that the vendor have not sent you proper serials or correct aggregation structure as it is in Tatmeen. So that way you can choose to refuse or fix the issue with the vendor. So that's for receiving. Once you have a new receipt, you can go into the receipts expected in the inventory section, and you will see the list of receipts, which vendor are they coming from, if we have any integration with another ERP, or if you're using our purchase module, you will be able to see the exact quantity. So let's say you have this receipt expected from this vendor, you will know what are the products there, and you will see if the quantities are the same or are different. We'll go over the matching quantities section with another example before we actually do the receipt, or instead of doing the receipt. So let's say we have a shipment or an order to ship, an outbound shipment. So we'll go to the delivery, and let's say we have a delivery order expected in here. you will be able to see two statuses. So if a delivery is marked as done, it's already out to the customer. It will be showing on the done section. If it's still in progress or worked on, you will see it in the in progress section. So let's say I have this delivery now and I have to prepare a shipment for it. You will see the content expected from this delivery and what is the customer. And then in case this customer, of course, has to have a GLN and a shipping permit if needed for Tatmeen in order to actually ship this to that customer. So you see the customer GLN, you will see the product information in here. So I'm expected to dispatch this many items of this batch from this product. You will see I have ordered quantity 77 and I have 0 scanned quantity, which is showing in red in here. And I will need to load the packages required for this shipment on this page. Now let's actually start aggregating the case needed. So for this order, I just need one case to contain the items. And I can go directly to the packages tab and start aggregating there. So I can generate a new case. This will generate an SSCC code for me, and I will choose case. Now I have this new generated case number, and I will start adding items to it. Now I have this phone with me here, and I have a box containing medicine next to me, and I'll start scanning. So once you have your box ready, let me add this one to it. Okay, you can click on the icon in here, and it will open the camera session. I also want to turn on the flashlight as well. I have other options here, so I can either add by scanning or remove by scanning. Remove a couple of series if I want to unpack them from this case. I can switch from barcode to QR code scanning and review and a couple of other options. Say I want to add cases now to this box or items actually to this case. So you will just hover on the box and you'll see that it's starting to read all these quantities. Usually it takes around 20 seconds to aggregate a full case of such this many QR codes. And you see the counter and you hear the ringing once it catches any QR. And once you have reached the count that you need for this box, you can click on save and you'll be done. So of course, if something is already scanned prior, it will not be scanned anymore because it will skip any duplications as the series is already in there in the quantity. So once you're done, once you have your count, as you know, when you're aggregating a box, you know how many items that you have. Once you have your count correct, you can click on save and this will save the case for you. So let me save it again. All right, now I have created this new case and I can actually print the sticker directly from my phone. And this will print it or send it to the printer directly connected on the warehouse. I can open the case again for revision. I can see the content in here. Same thing, I can view all the serials I need. For any case I would like to remove one of them, I can click on delete and it will remove this quantity from the case. Let me just go back without saving this one. And I have my case ready for the order. Then all we need to do is go to the delivery and start matching. Now imagine you have a larger order going out and it has multiple items, multiple batches, different quantities here and there. So this step will allow you to match between the expected quantities that you should actually send out that the customer is invoiced on and the quantity that has been prepared just now in the warehouse. So all you need to do is once you're done preparing, aggregating the cases and pallets that have been prepared here, you want to load them into this delivery and it will do the matching for you. So I have a ready sticker here. So let me show you actually the sticker template or the sticker label that we can generate here. You can add all the information you need, company info, branch info, product, like a product name and quantity and so on. So for example, I have a pallet in this case. I can scan all the pallets at once and all the cases at once and store them into this certain delivery. So this is the case or sticker template that we use. You can customize it based on the info you want to display on each sticker. So I added this on the delivery and you will notice here that it will match it with the batch that was selected. I have a exact same number of serials, so it will show me that it's compliant. That means my order is ready. It's all correct. And I can just jump to the Tatmeen tab and send to Tatmeen right away. This will send it to Tatmeen's through Tatmeen's API. It will show you the result and ID or UID directly on the phone in here. In case you have an error, in case you have it successful, you will be able to see it on the user or the person responsible for the shipment will be able to see it on the screen. And then later on in the reporting module, we will see how we can also see the results in there. So this was successfully sent to Tatmeen, but it received an error here. It will show me the error message that I have. Okay, then I need to review it and make sure that it is resolved before sending again. We'll go into the reporting for more details about the errors and messages we get from Tatmeen. Otherwise, this now shipment is ready. It has been prepared and it was sent to this customer's GLN based on the customer's information. And this is how you can send out any order that you have. So delivery orders, this is the delivery or outbound shipment process. If you have any returns from a customer, if you have any transfers or scraps, which is for destruction, all will be going through the same process for aggregation, which will pack them into one SSCC and then notification to be sent to Tatmeen. Okay, I'll be going back to my web screen to showcase the reporting side, and then we're ready to go into the Q&A section. All right, so this is our reporting module. This meeting will be recorded, so okay. This is our reporting module. It's one of the modules provided by Juleb for reporting any of the modules. So reportings, you will find reports or customly made reports for B2B sales, point of sale, inventory accounting, and so on. Directly here for easy access rights and ability to extract them as either PDF or Excels. And many filters that you can deal with on each module. If you're interested or you want to learn more about our reporting module, you can also contact our sales team or directly book a demo through the website. And you can also see the Tatmeen reports on here. So if you go to the Tatmeen page, you'll be able to see everything that was sent by users using the app or using the mobile to Tatmeen, and you'll see the responses in here. So you can later on filter them, extract any files you need. So if you want to look up any serials, if you want to see the statuses of any failed or errors happening, you can also expand them and view. So for example, if I take this one in here, it will tell me, okay, this is the request ID as received from Tatmeen directly. These are all the serials I have. I can look into the serials, each and every serial. I can also extract them, extract their files. I can also view the cases and the pallets that were used in this shipment, and then view. Let's say this is one of the. This is one pallet. This order is just one pallet, and then multiple cases inside it that I can also view in here. And I can see the exact response that I got from Tatmeen. So if there's any authorization issues, if there's a serial that is, let's say, already shipped or has a packing issue, you can directly find it and find the package that has it. And then you can just resend. You don't need to hold on if the shipment, let's say, had no issues in them, but let's say a server issue happened, any kind of logistical issue that stopped it from being reported properly. But the shipment was, let's say, already out to the customer, you can just click on resend. No need to scan again, no need to grab, to download any files. The data is already here on the report. All you need to do is click on resend, and that will send it to Tatmeen again to the designated GLN. As we see here, you have the destination GLN on the receiving side showing if it's receiving new stock into your warehouse, it will be the GLN of your warehouse location. As we see here from the origin and destination, depending on the type of transaction that you have. Of course, if you need a permit on the shipment, you'll find the permit in here, the items, the transaction date, and the product's information, as we've seen in a bit. Okay, so this wraps up the demo section of our webinar today. Let me go back to my screen, and if you have any questions or specific details you want to know about, let us know in the Q&A section, and we will start taking questions from now. Okay, so I have the first question here is, in case of, okay, what is the appropriate course of action if following the scanning and preparation of packages for shipment, the system fails to transmit the shipment details to Tatmeen? So it could happen for multiple reasons. If there is any kind of delay from Tatmeen server side, the shipment preparation data is already stored, so no need to re-aggregate them. It's already there and connected to that invoice or that delivery, let's say, of an outbound shipment or an inbound shipment. So you just need to resend it. But if there's an error that you need to actually resolve, so for example, this, let's say you have a permit that does not have or that does not include this GTIN, you will see the messages in the error and you have to actually review your permit number. And then also once it's resolved, you can click on resend to be able to pass it. If there's an issue with the batch itself or the package itself, as you see, there are multiple issues. If there's an issue with the package itself, that means revision. Only then you might need to review or repackage, let's say one of the cases in the order. Once you repackage them and have it on the same delivery, then you can also resend and the data will be updated with your new package. Retrieve and process orders from our other. Okay, I hope that answered your question. Mr. Muhammad Sanhouri, if you could share your question on the Q&A session, PDF copy of your demo. Yes, for sure. We can contact our sales and they can send you a PDF version or a demo version of whether a video or a PDF. Let me check. So yes, for sure. You just send a message or an email or a call to our sales team and they can share it with you. Or if you have any other specific questions regarding the demo, now is the good time to ask and we can answer them as well. Okay. Here's the sales email that you can send your inquiry on, and we can get you one. Okay. Okay. Mr. Ahmed is asking about the average consumption for branches. So for this, yes, there is a way to calculate the average and actually plan your whole replenishment for branches according to their consumption. So each branch's consumption, whether they need a transfer or even your main warehouse, if it needs a new purchase orders based on the consumption of all branches, you can do that through our replenishment module or planning module to forecast all of the numbers you need. So yes, you can reach out to the email, join@juleb.com, and they can help you with the demo to the forecasting or planning module. So yes, there is a way. It's join@juleb.com.
Dr. Ahmed, if you don't mind also sharing your contact information, Dr. Ahmed Sanhouri, if you don't mind sharing your contact information and where you work and who you work for, so we can contact you as well.
Okay, regarding limitations, is there any limitations in the volume or type of data that your aggregation system can process from our ERP system? No, actually, the limitations are always increasing. So there are no set limit to the number of serials, number of package information. They can be stored for years and years. Millions of records are already there, almost billions of records already there of packages and serials. So at the moment, there's no limit. Specifically as well in sending to other entities. So when you're sending to Tatmeen, when you're sending to us, there's no need for any limitations there, unless it's regulated by the other system. So for example, Tatmeen requires you not to exceed, I think, 50K or 40K items per request. So at that time, you don't need to worry about the segregation. Just finish your shipment, prepare it with all the numbers you need, all the quantities you need. And when we send to Tatmeen, we will segregate the notifications based on the limitation that Tatmeen needs. So the shipment process, shipment preparation should not be affected by the limits of Tatmeen. You add whatever quantity you need, and then it will be segregated by the system or sent in chunks by the system. Okay, one more minute and we can wrap up. Any specific questions about the Connect module, the reporting, the integrations part, or any other module shared today? How does the aggregation system handle order modifications or cancellations from our ERP in real time? I am not sure I understand your question properly. So in case of integration or in case of any, okay, aggregation system. So regarding statuses of anything, okay, so if you're talking about integrating from another system, let's say you have an order created in the system and you have it updated, let's say canceled or modified later on, and we already synced it to our system. We run a scheduled update. So whenever we grab from the system on a timely manner, sometimes it's every hour, sometimes every 5 minutes, depending on the integration specification. Let's say every 5 minutes, it will see that there was an update on this order. If it's canceled, we will cancel it on our system, and you will see that status was moved from what it was to canceled. So it depends on the integration specifics. We select the update time, scheduled time for updating every order. So yeah, so that's how it handles it. So usually, depending on the integration requirements, sometimes it's a simple grabbing of data every day into our system, but sometimes it requires scheduled updates every few minutes, where we look into the other ERP, or we look into our ERP, the update that was used on our system, and then migrated or updated as well in the other system based on the cycle we applied on the integration. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us. Feel free to reach out if you have any more questions regarding Tatmeen compliance, regarding any other module shared in our webinar today. And see you hopefully in another webinar. Thank you everyone.